Hey angels, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment. And today I'm just going to be showing you how to do a simple, easy makeup tutorial for beginners or teenagers, and stay tuned for the video. Here we go. Okay, for this video, I'm just going to be showing you guys a simple, easy look that you can do, that you can wear for your beginners out there. And I don't want you to get overwhelmed. I don't want you to feel like this is too hard, because it's not. Just keep watching videos. That's how I learned. I learned from YouTube, just like how you guys are learning now. So anybody can do makeup. Like, it's not really hard. The first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my face with primer from MAC. I'm going to prime my face with primer from MAC. And yeah, I was just talking to my friend, and she was saying that she can't do makeup because she doesn't know how to draw and that it's too hard for her. And I'm just like, it's not that hard. Like, okay, that might sound cliche coming from me, but I started out just like a regular person started out. Like, I didn't just magically know how to do makeup. Like, you're not born knowing how to do makeup just perfect. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on my forehead. So now that my face is primed, I'm just gonna go in with some color corrector, because on my cheeks I have really red skin. I think it might be rosacea, but you know, you have to get diagnosed for that stuff. But yeah, where's my beauty blender? 1 second. Okay, now that I found my beauty blender, I'm just gonna go in and I'm just gonna blend that out. With soft little pats. You really want to blend it and make sure it's nice and firm and blend it out. That way when you put your foundation on top, the foundation doesn't slide around, and it gives it a nice firm base to, you know, adhere, stick to, whatever you want to do. Okay, now that that's all blended out, I'm just going to go in with my stick foundation from Bobbi Brown. And you can really use any kind of foundation that you like, but I just prefer this stick foundation because it blends really nicely. I like liquid foundation. I'm just, you know, experiencing and experimenting with new things to find out what I really like. And I encourage you to do the same, because not every foundation is for every skin type. Not every foundation is for every person. I think I just said that, but yeah. Different foundations will work different from you, different brands, different formulas. So I'm just gonna blend this out, and I'll be back. Okay, and now that my face is all blended out, I'm just gonna go in with some concealer. And your concealer should be a little bit lighter than your foundation shade. And if you're going for a more drastic look, you're gonna make that even more lighter. So it should be like 1 to 2 shades if you're just doing an everyday look, and then even 3 to 4 shades if you're gonna do more of a drastic look. Because what this concealer is supposed to do is it's also supposed to add the highlights to your face. So any parts that you want to really bring out, and you're not gonna want to put it on places that you want to sink back in. So like your jawline, you want to cut that with contour, so that's going to be a darker shade. And yeah, so I'm just going to go underneath my eyes with this concealer. I'm going to go under my eyes, down the side of my nose, over here, under my other eye, and I'm going to put some on my forehead. So in the middle, and down the middle of my nose, so I can really contour my nose and give my nose that nice contour. I'm also going to want to bring out my chin and add some more underneath my eyes. And then I'm just also going to blend this too. So the same way you just did your foundation, just going to want to blend that in. make it look really nice, blended and pretty. I'll be back. Okay, now that my concealer slash highlight is all blended out, I'm gonna go in with my contour, and I'm just gonna take a contour brush and I'm just gonna go into a shade that complements my skin. And you're gonna want to put the contour in places that you want to define, but you want to bring them back. So on your cheeks, you want to contour them. You're gonna want to contour the upper part of your head, so your forehead, because most people don't want to have like a 5 head. I know I definitely have a 5 head. So I'm just gonna go dab some all around there to kind of minimize my head. Make it nice. And makeup is one of those things that it definitely looks worse before it gets better. We're gonna hear a lot of people say that because it does. Like, you go from looking like your regular self, then you add foundation, takes away all your blemishes, so you look like a blank slate. Then you add concealer, it makes you look like a ghost. You add contour, makes you look like just a blank sketch. And all these steps add to make you look more beautiful. But I wouldn't just do one and leave the other one out, besides maybe my eyebrows. I would do that without doing any one. And right now I'm just contouring my jawline to bring that out. And I'm just gonna get a little brush and I'm just gonna use that to really contour my nose, make it snatched, make it look tinier. So I'm just going down the bridge of my nose to the tip, and when I get to the tip, I'm making these little lines so my nose can become smaller and it will appear smaller. Then I'm going to take a little bit more of a brush than that, and I'm just going to blend it down, but not too harsh, because we want to still kind of see those lines. Gonna blend it down the sides of our nose. I'm just giving it a little quick pat to diffuse that line a little more. And this is really gonna make our nose look tinier, more snatched. And I would say you want to get a contour that's about 3 to 4 shades darker than your foundation. And right now I'm just using a powder contour from Makeup Revolution, and I really like it. It was only about $7 from Ulta, and it has all types of skin tones and shades in there. Even has some highlight powders, so I'm just using that right about now. And for my next step, I'm just going to go in with the Benefit brow pencil, and this is one of my favorite brow pencils. Of course I like Anastasia, but I'm using this right now, and it just has a really tiny tip. And what I like to do is I just like to follow the bottom. Well, first, before I mess this up, I'm going to brush your eyebrows in a direction going outward, and I just like to follow the bottom line of my eyebrow. Then I go up into the arch and go down into the tail. Then I go to the top, do the same thing, down into the tail. And I'm just going to do that both, and I'll be back. Do that for both, and I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, now that my eyebrows are done, it's time for me to go ahead and set my face with some face powder and setting powder. I don't know why I said face. I'm just going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to put it in some of this setting powder right here, and I'm just going to really pat it underneath of my face, underneath of my eyes, And I'm just going to let this sit here for the remainder while I do my eyeshadow. And this is going to help me with my fallout, and it's just going to help me keep my under eye really set and just really nice. I'm also going to do this, and I like to do around the edges of my nose. Let me set that. Let me let that settle out. Settle down. But anyway, I like to do the edges of my nose because that is a spot where I really get kind of oily throughout the day, and I'm just gonna let that sit there and allow for my face to get nice and settled and firm so that it doesn't move throughout the day. And while I'm at it, I just realized that I forgot to do some highlighting, so I'm just gonna highlight with my pressed highlighter. And just like to put that back down. And I'm going to go into my other shade of highlighter. Add some of that too. Okay, and for eyeshadow, I'm just going to go into the Norvina palette by Anastasia. And I really like this palette because of the purple colors it has. Purple is one of my most favorite colors. And I'm just going to go into the shade Soul after I go into the base shade, which is the transition shade. So I'm just gonna go get some of that, and I'm just gonna put some of that in my eyes, lids, on the eyelid and in the crease of my eye. And then I'm just gonna go into the shade Soul, and I'm just gonna put that on there with a blending brush. I'm just gonna blend that out. I'm gonna go back in there, get some more. And when you're doing eyeshadow, you want to do circle motions and windshield wiper motions, just to really blend that out. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, now the Soul is all blended out throughout my crease and my eyelid. I'm just going to go in and deepen it up with some of the shade Volatile. And I'm just going to put that towards the outer V of my eye. I'm just going to use the same blending brush with no more and blend that out. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Okay, and now that Volatile is all blended out, I'm just going to go in with the shimmer shade called Celestial, and I'm going to pack that on the whole lid of my eye. I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye. Okay, and now that that's over with, I'm just going to take a nice brush and just brush away all of this setting powder underneath of my face. And then I'm just going to take a nice little waterline brush, and I'm going to take the shade Soul in with some shade of Volatile, and I'm going to go underneath of my eye. I'm just going to do the same thing, the other side. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a small little brush and make sure all of that is really blended and uniform with the rest of the look. And that's it for the eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna blend out some more of this contour because this is really harsh. And I'm just gonna blend that out. Get rid of some of these creases on my forehead. And I'm gonna go in with a brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Cosmic in the BH Galaxy Chic palette, into the shade Cosmic. And I'm gonna also go into the shade Milky Way, and I'm just gonna take that and put that on the inner corner of my eye. So we're going to add some highlight to the inner corner, and then I'm going to go into the shade. I'm just going to go into the shade Dreamer. Dreamer. I'm going to put that underneath my eyebrow on the brow bone. And now we're done with our eyeshadow. Okay, and lastly, I'm just gonna add some mascara to my eyelashes. And unfortunately, I just happened to have got some mascara underneath my eyes, so I'm just going to take a little brush and wipe that away. And now that we're done, okay, now my makeup is all done. I just added some eyeliner. And if you enjoyed this video and you're new here, don't forget to like, make a comment, and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. And I'll see you next week. Bye!